Here comes another hedge. Watch the big jump out.
This is Tonie Morgan, and look what she has to go into. 3 Blue Devil defenders. Georgia Tech off on the 3-point attempt from Dunn, but the offensive rebound scooped up by Blackshear. Dunn off the glass and in. Open look for Navarro.
Another offensive rebound and bucket for Georgia Tech.
Mayer dishes off to Kennedy Brown. Really nice to stop.
Screen and roll in the middle of third. Right, here she comes off the screen. Good catch, good finish.
Pull up from the free throw line for Reagan Richardson, leading scorer for the Blue Devils. That won't go, but the follow-up does. Now the numbers may be down a little from the expectations that were so sky high for Jaden Donovan, but has really gotten some high praise from Kara Lawson as Tonie Morgan takes it to the basket and is fouled.
Mayer, the point guard, she's got size and strength over this matchup right here. And even though Duke switches, when that happens and Tonie Morgan sees that match, Charlie brackets, Charlie Green.
Navarro to the basket is good.
Shrink the court, shrink possessions.
And then take some points in transition when you can get them. Defense to offense for the Blue Devils. Junior moving to right, short off the front of the rim.
I mean, she countered, and you need to go around the size, not try to go over it.
Richardson, short corner shot is good.
So quick and athletic, they speed up the tempo on the defensive end. But sometimes they play a little too quick on the offensive end.
Richardson now has 4. Shot for 3 is good from Okananwa.
Oluchi Okananwa spacing out to the corner. Good post up inside to create some space.
Set screens, backdoor, do the little things that we're used to doing throughout the season. One person can't do it by themselves, so just reassuring them that they can get it done on the offense.
And they do there, Angel. By the way, I think that was Angel's reassuring voice. That was very nice.
Off the offensive rebound, good relocation to the perimeter. It's a great time to get a 3.
2 30-point games this season, including in a heck of a game that Georgia Tech played at NC State that went to overtime. And Tonie Morgan now starting to feel it.
One of the best games all season in the ACC.
Yeah.
Back-to-back triples for Georgia Tech.
Starting to knock down some triples, finding their way back into this one. Thought about it.
There's a big mismatch there.
Morgan saw it, went right inside to Blackshear.
Timeout Duke.
ESPN Analytics have come up with percentage to win the tournament. Virginia Tech, the regular season champs, down at 16%. Obviously wondering about that Liz Kitley injury.
We'll see, all you bettors out there.
I gotta let it play out. Ashlyn Jackson coming out of that timeout with a 3 for the Blue Devils. And then on the other end, Augustineta. Duke shot the ball really well from 3, made 13 triples in the regular season win against Georgia Tech. Blackshear pulls up for 2.
And the shot blocker, Kennedy Brown.
Richardson, too strong. Brown gets the rebound.
Nice decision right there. Remember we talked to Coach Lawson about decision-making for Mayer. That was a better 3-point shooter. Kennedy Brown feels the double off the offensive rebound. And again, nice one more. Swing, swing is what we would call that.
Okananwa pounding Augustineta defensively.
Good
and now takes it away.
That's what happens when you pick the ball up on the top of the floor against Duke. They shut down the passing lanes, cranking it up. Strips Georgia Tech and lays it in.
Few players in the country who can lay claim to that being green light territory, but that right there, that spot, that is green light territory for Ashlyn Jackson.
2-on-1, and then The defense gets sucked into the paint and wide open outside the arc.
As Carol Lawson told us, their offense really is much improved this season. And it is a 10-0 run now with that two from Donovan and the largest lead of the game. Duke inbounding it right in front of the NC State Wolfpack, the team they hope they have another opportunity to see tomorrow in the quarterfinals. No field goals since almost 5 minutes, since it was 7:01 on the clock for the Yellow Jackets. Duke on the other hand, finding the bottom of the basket. 15-1 run, Duke. Mayer, Ensbo, good for two, maybe one more.
They're getting whatever they want right now. They're playing with a much more composed pace. They're executing.
Georgia Tech looking for some momentum here before the halftime break. Ensbo thought she had the block. Instead, it's a foul and a potential three-point play.
Look at the skip over the top, the seal and the mismatch, the help, and then the basket cut.
Could be the stat that comes back to haunt them if Georgia Tech is to get back in this game. Inside go the Jackets. Blackshear off the glass and in. Georgia Tech starting off with the basketball. Around and in. That's a good way to get things started. Done with the first points of the third quarter.
They got to guard the three-point line out of the zone.
Drive, the dish to perfection. Kennedy Brown with the bucket.
She sees the floor so well. And then a nice drop down, little pocket pass inside to Kennedy Brown to finish.
Land of the Seminoles that opted to go for the Yellow Jackets.
Oh, you got to give her the ball there. She's too open in the middle. Look, nice half hook by Kennedy Brown. 6'6" in the front of the rim.
Donovan found an opening in the middle of the paint and then got it back to Brown.
Is really doing a good job of moving the ball inside that zone. They get it into the playmaking spot in the middle, around the logo, and they're working.
That's coming up in our final game here in Greensboro later tonight as they take on the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. Donovan.
Going to her right hand, to her strong hand. Good take to the middle of the rim, and then Tonie Morgan off the... At some point, Nell Fortin is going to have to change the rhythm of her defense. Maybe not yet, because it might be too early to press, but as long as Tonie Morgan doesn't wear down, again, you got to force her weak. She can get by any... Duke is so aggressive off the bounce. They get in the gaps, they move the ball, they play unselfishly, and Kennedy Brown, throw it on the block. Let 6'6" go to work. Well, they're going to have to get a couple of stops. Oh, nice backdoor. Great setup off the timeout. When a team is overplaying, at some point you got to go backdoor.
So you said Georgia Tech has played Duke even. In fact, now they're +2 in this quarter, but they were down 12 at the half. The Blue Devils still in command. Okananwa trying to stop her. Okananwa. Ensbo, Brown both on the floor inside. Ensbo hit the reverse.
You can't give up baseline there. Going offensively. Watch this right here. You got to cut off the baseline. Wow, that.
Jackson hands it up inside, and Ensbo's going to the free throw line.
The Tech, because they've lost their focus a little bit, right? Screen, roll.
And the lead back to 15 for Duke. Custaneta gets the bucket. Duke and NC State split during the regular season, and Georgia Tech lost at NC State in overtime in that unforgettable game. Dunn off the glass and in. She'll certainly not forget it.
You got to really communicate here, not give up threes. They've done a better job of guarding the three-point line, but Duke has been able to get points in the paint.
All 8 Duke field goals came in the paint in the third quarter.
Good job working off the screening action from the weak side. And then again, a blow-by by Duke. Kennedy Brown there on the glass.
Too easy on the other end.
I think she needs to hunt a few more shots. She is their best three-point shooter.
Brown keeping that paint. Blue Devil blue.
That's all you need. Really nice. Very well executed.
talked about Taina Mayer and the rest of the Blue Devils aware of who has the hot hand, and it is number 42 right now.
It will be to the talents of her team. So she'll try to get the best athlete she can get with the best skill set. That's what you got to have in this league.
A steal here. Won't be turned into immediate points.
The reaction by Donovan made you think that they called a foul on her. I think they just called the ball out of bounds.
I think you're right, yeah. Hear it straight from the player's mouth. That's the most reliable source.
Good job by Morgan.
Another turnover, and Georgia Tech fight back.
Yep, they're changing the tempo right now.
Mayer open from the corner. Brown on the glass. Another offensive rebound. This time it's Okananwa. 5 in a row from 2000 to 2004. Their last coming in 2013. It's been a while. Semi-final appearance last year where they lost to the eventual champions from Virginia Tech.
You have to jump to the ball.
11 points for Okananwa and a triple to help Georgia Tech's cause. Richardson, 3 on the shot clock. Brown had it on her fingertips and Morgan took it away but gives it back. Okananwa takes advantage. 6 straight by Okananwa. It's even scoring in this quarter. It was a point difference in the third. Really, the first quarter is where Duke had its biggest advantage and has not relinquished the lead since. 6 on the shot clock. Brown got it to Okananwa. Has to get a shot off and does.
To be able to speed it up fast enough to create enough possessions. But I like that trapping zone, to be honest with you. That will be something.
Covered in between. 2 seconds to shoot. It does get off in time, but everything over.
So all the people rolling their eyes out there, I'm with you, but that's what has to happen. It doesn't diminish certainly what an incredible job Duke did